Lao Tzu says, "True words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not true." This has come from Sayyid. What probably could he mean? True words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not true. And I would also want to extend this to Satyam, Shivam, Sundram. The Upanishads say that only the truth is beautiful, and here we have Lao Tzu saying true words are not beautiful and beautiful words are not true. How do we reconcile the apparent contradiction? Let's look at beauty. What do we mean by beauty? Usually, when do you say that something is beautiful?
Pleasing to your senses.
Pleasing to your senses, and it's conforming to the patterns already experienced and stored. That is the reason why what one calls as beautiful, the other may as well call as ugly. We have become habituated to using terms like beautiful face, beautiful place, beautiful words, and so on. But what exactly is a beautiful face? What do we mean by a beautiful face? A face is a particular configuration, a geometry, a form, a complexion, an expression. There can be nothing special about a geometry. There can be nothing special about a form. A circle has nothing that a rectangle or a rhombus does not have. They all exist in the same dimension, in the same geometrical dimension. To call a circle as beautiful and the rectangle as a little less beautiful is just unnecessary subjective labeling. What does a beautiful fountain have, or a beautiful mountain have, that some other place does not have? What does one search for by the side of a hilly stream? Why does one call it beautiful? Because of the vibrant colors, because of the nice sound, because of all that the senses perceive. Is that what makes it beautiful? Yes, that happens to our regular concept of beauty. Beauty is something taken in through the senses and processed in the mind and finally certified as beautiful. If such were beauty, then the mountain side would lose all its significance the moment we lose our eyesight. Now there is nothing beautiful there. Gone. If the mind were to label a stream or a fountain as beautiful, then the beauty would disappear as soon as the mood would change, because the mind is nothing but the moment's inclination, the mood. What we call as beautiful necessarily depends on likes and dislikes, and hence on conditioning, and hence is a fragmentary activity that necessarily creates the ugly along with the beautiful. It's always beautiful by comparison. There is something ugly and there is something far more preferable compared to it, and that's what we call as beautiful. In short, whatever I like, I call as beautiful. And what do I like? Anything which conforms to my patterns, anything which does not hurt my worldview, anything which will not cause me discomfort. This surely is a very superficial definition of beauty. But it is easy to say that this is superficial. We spend our lives centered around this and other such definitions. Every young man has in his mind the image, the concept of a beautiful face of a woman. And that beautiful face necessarily depends upon the cultural background. That beautiful face does not suddenly take shape one fine day. It's been there. It's been growing. It's been taking assertion since childhood. The face that an Indian would find beautiful, probably an American won't. The face that a Nigerian would find beautiful, an Indian would probably never. So such is the unfortunate importance that we have attached to our concept of beauty, howsoever superficial it is. Might be superficial, but we spend our lives around this. Is there another kind of beauty that will not break, not divide, not choose, not label? Not divide the world into good and bad? Is there another kind of beauty where the pleasant is beautiful and the unpleasant is equally beautiful? Where the likable is beautiful and the not so likable is equally beautiful? Where the beautiful is beautiful and the ugly is equally beautiful? Can there be another kind of beauty which does not depend upon the sensory input but is a state of one's own mind? If it is a state of one's own mind, then obviously it cannot be the mind that depends upon the sensory input. It has to be a mind that is independent of the world and feeling very beautiful about being independent. I am feeling nice exactly because my state does not depend upon what you can do to me or show to me or say to me. Now, beauty is not something that I perceive. Beauty is something that I am. It's my intrinsic state. I've settled into a particular peace. A peace that has no opposite. A peace that cannot be shaken. Now show me, I'll see. Speak to me, I'll hear. But how do I see? I see being what I am. How do I hear? Sitting where I am. No sight, no sound has the power to dislodge me from my seat. And being here is so beautiful that whatever comes to me is beautiful. I am in such a good mood that whatever you show to me appears good. Now my mood, my being, my deepest feeling is independent of what's happening around. I'm no longer dependent on the around to give me something. This is beautiful and that is beautiful because I am beautiful. Because the greatest beauty, the only beauty that there can be, I am sitting so close to it. I have embraced I have become one with the only beauty that is possible. And now such is the climate that everything appears beautiful. like when it rains. It's pouring. That's the climate. Now, who has the time or the inclination to differentiate, to choose, to say that this is not looking good and that is looking good? When it's really pouring, then it's just beautiful. Everything is beautiful. It's pouring within. It's pouring within. And I'm drenched. Now even the so-called ugliest looks so nice. Now the sacred is sacred, and even the profane is sacred. The question then arises, why is it so that mankind in general would call a snow-covered peak as beautiful? That the first rays of the sun in a jungle would be called beautiful by almost everybody. That the face of a baby would be termed beautiful by almost everybody. What is it that we see there? Why does mankind in general call these sights as beautiful? Why does the flow of a mountain stream sound musical to almost everybody? Everybody would say, oh, it's beautiful to hear. Why? Beauty is that beautiful point within. Sights and sounds that remind the mind, that gently deliver a message to the mind and push it towards that source, can be aptly called as beautiful. But remember that their beauty is a secondary beauty. Their beauty is a reflected beauty. Their beauty is just a reminder of the real beauty. Don't fall in love with a mountain or an innocent face. Ask yourself if the message delivered by the beautiful is so pleasing, what would be the grandeur of the beautiful himself? They are just reminders, not the real thing. And anybody who mistakes the messenger for the lover would miss the lover. Anybody who becomes affixated to the sight of the Ganga flowing or the lovely moon as we had on Ashad Purnima would miss look at the river so that you are reminded of that. The moon comes as his messenger. Otherwise, there is nothing in the moon. Don't get obsessed with the moon. Now, what does Lao Tzu mean? True words are not beautiful. True words are not beautiful. Obviously, he is referring to our everyday concept of beauty. Our everyday concept of beauty is based on a denial of the really beautiful. If the wife's face itself is beautiful, why do you need to remember that one? If your new car is beautiful, then your search for beauty has stopped at the car. Why do you need to go to the Atman? And we abuse the word beautiful badly. The pizza topping is beautiful. That's the level to which we have brought it down. Now the Upanishads say only the truth can be beautiful. Satyam, Shivam, Sundram. And for us, Shivam is the pizza topping. So it's very apt that Lao Tzu says that those who take the car and the dress and the facade of the building as beautiful, for them, truth will be very ugly actually. It will shake you up. It will be very discomforting to you. Very, very discomforting. You seek refuge in a nice face, and a Kabir will come and throw 1,000 couplets at you, reminding you of death. And so would a Farid. You will feel very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. What you thought of as beautiful is no more beautiful. True words are not beautiful if beauty is what you call it. True words are not beautiful going by your concept of beauty. And there is nothing more beautiful than the truth if you realize what really beauty is. Satyam, Shivam, Sundram. It depends on where you are standing. When you are standing as the conditioned mind, then Lao Tzu is describing your story. At the center, at the Atman, the Upanishads are revealing the glory. Two different points, two contrasting messages.